Hey, welcome, thanks for watching. In this episode I continue the story of my bicycle tour of Southern California, Oregon, and the Pacific Coast route. On the previous episode, wet camp, more redwoods, pouring rain, farmlands, sunbreaks, and Eureka! It's Monday, June 13th. It's already 11 o'clock, but I was planning on a late start. Taking full advantage of the hotel, I spend extra time relaxing and getting supplies at a nearby store. I go right up against the checkout time before heading out. The planned shorter distance means I don't have any guilt about the late start. It's all according to plan. Out from Arcata, it quickly switches from town to farmlands. A footbridge over Mad River and pathways lead to a tropic-like scenic ride through Trinidad. Some riding on 101 and a side loop on Old State Highway goes past big lagoons. In the final leg, elk start appearing and reach full showing at my destination of Elk Prairie. Right into the wind. Right into the wind again. Gusty winds. Right now it's kind of slack, but it's definitely blowing pretty good. This flag gives me a bad feeling about the headwinds. Taking a break and I'm only 1 mile into my ride. That's pretty good. Some more action up here. Let's see if I can get through without getting mowed. A country road brush hog roadblock. They know how to make the roads bumpy around here. 39 miles to go. So yeah, it's only right around a 41 mile ride. Hi. Out in the farmlands. It's peaceful. I like it though. There's not that much traffic right now either right here. And this road's actually halfway decent. First bumps. Hey, getting across the bridge, it looks like. The early, near-traffic-free ride sets the tone for the day. Other than some short sections on 101 today, there are very few vehicles to cope with. Nice trail. That's a nice trail. Oh, that's a big hump. Pathways, parks, and ocean views is the early theme. On a trail here, separated by a little lowland water lake, temporary, then some sand dunes, and then the ocean with quite a bit of breakers. Resembling logs along the sand, sea lions sunbathe at the mouth of the Mad River. This downhill with built-in mounds would be fun jumps on a fast gravel bike. I assume they're really for rain runoff and erosion control. For me, they just mean I need to take it a little bit slower. For most of this part, a separate pathway runs parallel to the highway. Wildflowers, well, probably weeds, add more color to the trail. With no back roads or trails to continue north, I joined the main highway for the first time today. Who can pass up watching a guardrail post pile driver in action? A short 1 mile on the highway soon returns back to a quiet road. This road is aptly named Scenic Drive. It follows a low bluff overlooking the ocean and has a tropic-type feeling like something you might find in Hawaii. Throughout this quiet section are many coves and beach views right off the road. I take my time even going off on short paths by foot to get different vantage points. A scary challenge for such small legs, big steps, and a long drop. A classic beach activity.
I do have a flat tire. I got my first flat tire.
My first flat. With over 1,200 miles and my first flat, I can't complain. I'm amazed it took so long. Not a bad spot either to change the tire. While the tire is off, I check it for any offending object. I reach in and put my finger right on it. What luck, that never happens. I found a glass shard in the tire. I most likely picked it up from one of the gravel trails. With the tire repaired, it's back to more beach views.
Redwoods scattered in through here. Interesting. Right next to the beach.
There's some slide areas and rough roads to travel, but still very few vehicles around. The foamy white lines flowing across the ocean surface visualizes the strong winds. Unfortunately, that's the direction I'm traveling into. Wow, if I did that 81-mile run yesterday, I would have had to get clear to here. No chance, it would have been dark. It took me till 6 just to get to the back there. I don't think I could have gotten there in 2 hours. I see a Portland sign. That's where I'm going. Except I'm not going the direct way. 381 Portland. I have a few extra miles, I think. Grinding away too hard, he didn't even see me. It's only blowing 100 miles an hour out here. You can see the wind carrying the foam. .101 is very narrow here. Potential high-speed traffic. We'll see how it goes. Here comes the grind on the thin road. So far, I am pretty protected from the wind, which is great. I'm able to keep a pretty good pace here. A rare busy traffic section of today's ride. Even with that, it's only about 6 or 7 cars passing per minute. One thing that was really nice about that Scenic area earlier today was, for the most part, once you went up, you stayed up on the bluff. You didn't keep going up and down, up and down. I mean, there were some up and down, but not very much. So it's kind of nice. Looks like it's possible I may see my first elk in this area. Apparently it's elk area. Right on cue, I get my first elk sighting of the tour at Elk Country RV. They seem quite friendly. Elk Country RV Resort.com. Oh, I might have a pull-out up here. You'll see if I go for it. Yes, I will. I will do it. Humboldt Lagoon State Park includes a series of interconnected lagoons: Big Lagoon, Stone Lagoon, and Freshwater Lagoon. I get water level views of the first two, Big and Stone Lagoons. Coming up, I get a high level view of Freshwater Lagoon. Old State Highway 101. Going on the opposite side of the lagoon is the new, or the main 101. Even though there's more climbing, I decide to take the Old State Highway. Boy, is it old, or at least it's rough with low traffic, but it's perfect for me. I take my time and enjoy the solitude with the many birds and views. This road sure doesn't look like it's going through, does it? Supposedly it does. Doesn't look like it's that well traveled by cars. Nobody's passed me yet, either way. I guess I never knew or thought about what the official definition of a lagoon is. For that last time I read, it's a body of water that's separated actually completely from the ocean under normal conditions, with occasional breakthroughs allowing the water to intermix from the ocean. After the old highway route, I rejoin 101 just before Auric. I catch up to a monster truck convoy that streamed by me earlier. Monster truck. Elk Crossing. Near my destination of Prairie Creek Redwoods State Park, I spot some elk at a picnic area. A couple of cows walk across the road in front of me to join a herd out in the field. I feel somewhat vulnerable being that I'm only on a bike and there's nowhere to take refuge if needed. I can tell they aren't afraid of people either. I check into the Elk Prairie Campground without any issues. I see right away the name is fitting. Many bull elk are in the prairie right along the entry road and even into the campground. There's a weird proximity between campers and elk. I'm perfectly fine in keeping a healthy distance, although at times it ends up being only 10 yards or so.
What's faster? A charging elk or a bicycle?
Oh yeah.
It's a charging elk until you're going down.
The hike bike sites are separate from the other campsites and a long walk from the restrooms. While on tour, I try to taper my rehydration with the upcoming bedtime to try to minimize nighttime restroom visits. I have various levels of success. Another day of headwinds. Winds are mentally and physically draining. A ride like today may be up to twice as hard as going with the wind in the other direction. For today, it wasn't a major problem because I took my time and was in no rush. It just further confirms that southbound is the way to go. Not that this is a big revelation, as this is widely accepted. I don't regret going northbound. It's the way that it worked for travel, and I was expecting the headwind challenges. Tomorrow I plan a long ride to make it into Oregon. After 29 plus days of riding in California, it will be good to enter a new state. On the next episode, leaving Morning Elk, coastal redwoods, road construction, trees of mystery, last California coast and into Oregon.
On a motorcycle, almost sound like a steam engine. That's a lot of water. Oh man, you know it's a rough road when the zoom pops out. I saw that thing coming out, but I couldn't slow down in time. I even tried to grab it, but it was no go, no go. Hi. Thank you. They didn't have much in that store. I got some, it's not pork and beans, I just got beans, so we'll see. Maybe I'll add them to something else. Ooh, elk again, elk crossing sign, at least not an actual elk. Hello.
Hello. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a hike bike.
All right, it's $5 a night.
Okay.